Hello, I'm Timo Kärri, professor of cost management.
My name is Salla Marttonen. I'm a postdoctoral researcher of maintenance and asset management.
And I'm Sari Manta, postdoctoral researcher and focusing on working capital management at the moment. We all come from Finland, Lappeenranta University of Technology and the School of Industrial Engineering and Management.
Our research group C3M has specialized cost, capacity and capital management issues of different kinds of industries and networks. During the last few years, our research mainstreams have been working capital management and maintenance performance. In this paper, we have combined our knowledge about these key research themes. The current publication is also a part of Salla Marttonen's dissertation, and Salla can maybe now describe more about the real substance of the article.
Yes, my article dissertation discusses the untapped potential of flexible asset management in maintenance companies and networks. In this research paper, we show that maintenance service companies need to take their working capital into account and that the companies can increase their profitability with efficient working capital management. Actually, the impact is even larger in the maintenance service sector compared with the capital-intensive manufacturing industries. Sari could tell you more about our motivation behind the study.
Yes, Salla. There is two aspects behind this study. First, the lack of research on maintenance service providers, and second, the lack of research on working capital management. Firstly, networking, focusing on core competencies, and outsourcing has caused a demand for industrial services. And a great number of service providers have emerged, for example, maintenance companies. However, academic research has not followed this change, and maintenance companies have studied little. For example, we don't know the drivers behind profitability in the maintenance companies and thus are unable to support their decision making optimally. Secondly, the past economic crisis increased the interest towards more efficient working capital management. And by working capital, we mean inventories, accounts receivable, and accounts payable. However, the special characteristics of service industries has not been studied widely.
We have introduced a model for flexible asset management, the so-called FAM model. In this particular research paper, we have used the model to show the link between working capital and the return on investment. Return on investment can be determined by the cycle time of operational working capital, the profit margin, the relation of fixed assets and the net sales, the average depreciation period, and a residual term. The return on investment increases if the profit margin or the depreciation period increases, or if the working capital, the fixed asset ratio, or the residual decreases. There is thus a negative connection between working capital and the profitability. However, in practice, too small an amount of working capital can also decrease the profitability. Next, we used the FAM model to analyze 18 Finnish industrial maintenance companies based on their financial statements. In this figure, we have changed the length of the cycle time of operational working capital, the CCC, in order to study the impact on the return on investment for large maintenance companies and SMEs specifically. The other parameters of the FAM model have been set constant, and the actual situation for both groups is depicted with the vertical dashed lines. We can see that especially large maintenance companies need to take working capital management into account. For example, the profitability can easily be ruined with neglectful policies during contract formulation. On the other hand, the potential for improvement is more extensive in SMEs due to the larger value of the CCC. Now, Timo can shed light on the managerial impacts of our research.
Yes, the FAM model can be used when negotiating with customers or suppliers to point out the impact of payment terms and ownership of assets on the profitability. This paper addresses a way for maintenance service companies to increase their profitability without altering the contents of the actual maintenance services. In the future, it would be very interesting to test and use the FAM model on the plant level with internal cost data in cooperation with actual maintenance networks. Thank you.